Have you ever wondered about the immense power of human actions and their consequences? Our planet has been a silent witness to numerous events, some of which have left indelible marks on its face. Today, we delve into the realm of man-made disasters, calamities that are not wrought by nature's fury, but by human hands. As we journey back in time, we'll explore the catastrophic events that shook the world, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. From the green valleys of Wales to the vibrant waters of the Gulf of Mexico, these disasters have left scars that remain visible even decades later. The gravity of these incidents serves as a stark reminder of the significant impact our actions can have on the world around us. These stories are not merely tales of destruction, but also lessons in responsibility, resilience, and recovery. Join us as we take a journey through some of the most impactful man-made disasters in history. The year was 1966. The place, Aberfan, a small village in Wales. Nestled in the heart of the coal mining region, Aberfan was home to a bustling colliery. But beneath the surface, a disaster was brewing. A spoil tip, created by the piling up of waste rock removed during coal extraction, was precariously perched on a mountain slope above the village. On the fateful morning of October 21st, after days of heavy rain, the saturated tip began to move. A wave of slurry, a mixture of waste rock and water, descended on the village, engulfing Panglas Junior School and several houses. The tragedy claimed the lives of 116 children and 28 adults. In the aftermath, it was revealed that the National Coal Board had ignored warnings about the instability of the spoil tip. This grave oversight, a stark example of human error and negligence, had led to one of the worst mining disasters in British history. The Aberfan disaster was a tragic reminder of the potential consequences of human negligence. Fast forward to 1976, in the industrial town of Seveso, Italy. This year would be etched in history as the year of the infamous Seveso chemical plant explosion. It was an average day in July when a cloud of toxic dioxin escaped from the plant. The culprit? A pressure release valve that failed to contain a chemical reaction. In the immediate aftermath, the surrounding environment bore the brunt of the disaster. The vegetation withered and the livestock perished. Humans didn't escape unscathed either. Many residents suffered from skin lesions known as chlorachin, while others faced long-term health issues. In the wake of the disaster, the plant was dismantled and the area was decontaminated. However, the scars of the incident remain, a grim reminder of industrial negligence. The Seveso disaster was a wake-up call for industries worldwide, highlighting the dire consequences of inadequate safety measures. The event sparked significant changes in industrial safety regulations, leading to the implementation of the Seveso Directive by the European Union. This directive enforces stringent safety measures to prevent similar disasters. But as we'll soon discover, history has a way of repeating itself. The Seveso disaster underscored the importance of safety measures in industrial settings. 10 years later, in 1986, the world would witness one of the most devastating man-made disasters in history: the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. In the heart of the Soviet Union, an atomic dread was brewing. At the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Pripyat, Ukraine, a safety test went horribly wrong. The fourth reactor was pushed beyond its limits, causing an explosion that would reverberate through history. This wasn't just an industrial accident, it was a nuclear catastrophe, the likes of which the world had never seen before. The explosion and subsequent fires released massive amounts of radioactive particles into the atmosphere, which spread over much of Western USSR and Europe. Firefighters, unaware of the lethal radiation, rushed to extinguish the flames, paying a heavy price. Many of them succumbed to the acute radiation sickness in the following weeks. But the immediate explosion was just the beginning. The true horror of Chernobyl lies in its long-term effects. The radiation contaminated vast areas, leading to evacuation and relocation of over 350,000 people. Entire towns were left abandoned, transformed into ghostly relics of a not-so-distant past. The human toll was equally devastating. Thousands suffered from radiation-related health issues, including cancer and genetic damage. The disaster exposed the fatal flaws in the Soviet Union's nuclear industry: lack of safety measures, suppression of critical information, and a disregard for human life. Even today, the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a 30-kilometer radius around the power plant, remains largely uninhabited. Nature has reclaimed the deserted towns, creating a bizarre juxtaposition of life thriving amidst the remnants of a nuclear disaster. The Chernobyl disaster was a wake-up call for the world, highlighting the dangers of nuclear power when not handled with utmost caution. It led to sweeping changes in safety protocols and a re-evaluation of the reliance on nuclear energy. The Chernobyl disaster remains a potent reminder of the potential consequences of nuclear power when not handled properly. In the new millennium, in 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill marked another low in the history of man-made disasters. This calamity unfolded in the Gulf of Mexico when the Deepwater Horizon oil rig operated by BP exploded, causing a catastrophic spill. This was not a random occurrence but a result of human error and a lackadaisical approach towards safety measures. The oil gushed out uncontrollably for 87 days straight, pouring an estimated 4.9 million barrels of oil into the ocean. The immediate aftermath was devastating, with 11 workers losing their lives and 17 others seriously injured. But the disaster didn't stop there. The long-term impact on marine life and the environment was and continues to be severe. The oil spill caused unprecedented damage to marine ecosystems, killing countless sea creatures and disrupting the delicate balance of life underwater. Even a decade later, the repercussions are still felt. But more than just the physical damage, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill exposed the inherent risks and potential environmental consequences of our heavy reliance on fossil fuels. It served as a wake-up call, forcing us to reassess our energy sources and their impact on our planet. The Deepwater Horizon disaster is a stark reminder of the potential environmental consequences of our dependence on fossil fuels. These disasters, caused by human actions, have left indelible marks on our planet and our history. In each of these events, from the Aberfan Colliery slip to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, we see a common thread of human error and negligence. It's a stark reminder of the potential consequences when safety measures are neglected or ignored altogether. These catastrophes have not only resulted in immediate loss of life but have also left a long-lasting impact on human health and the environment. Communities and ecosystems have been disrupted, with recovery efforts spanning years, even decades. The financial costs for cleanup and mitigation are substantial, a burden often borne by those least able to afford it. But these are not just stories of disaster and loss. They are lessons etched in history, teaching us the importance of diligence, accountability, and respect for our environment. They highlight the need for rigorous safety standards and the enforcement of these measures. As we continue to shape our world, we must remember these lessons from history and strive to prevent such disasters in the future.